players. They demonstrate it all the time. They don't understand that average Joe doesn't see the game the way they do and doesn't know everything they know. When he sees Lydia played in a tournament, he analyzes it in a certain way, but he doesn't understand that your average player is not going to be able to look at Lydia played in a tournament and understand what's going on. The theory of why is he playing like this? It's also why I hate when people say, oh, watch, you want to learn Kazuya, watch Boa play. And it's like, well, you can watch Boa play and you can try and mimic his patterns. Boa, when he played Heihachi, he did jab into forward 4 into down forward 1, 2. So I'll do that all the time. But you don't understand that he's doing that specifically against this opponent. Because this specific opponent might respect this specific mix-up really well. Or he's noticed that, oh, he drops his guard if I do into this. He drops his guard. Players of this caliber, you don't play the same against every opponent. You tailor your game plan to the opponent. It's like when I've been playing Heihachi lately, I play one specific set of Tekken against Tonic, one specific set against Medusa, one specific set against Blizzard. If you look, all of those sets are on YouTube, I think, and if you look at them, I play very differently. On Tonic, you know, I can use down back 2. I can use flowcharts. This flowchart, I do it 100 times. This, 100 times. On Medusa, I can't use down back 2. I can't use froze. I do low commitment counter hit. And he has a huge weakness for demon uppercut, because when Medusa is standing a few meters away from you, he loves movement, Medusa, and he loves how crisp his backdash cancel is and his sidestepping, like I can't do the Medusa sidestep, but he's so good at it. So he doesn't understand it seems, but he makes himself a prime target for demon uppercut, which has way more tracking than it should have. And Kazuya also struggles a little bit punishing demon uppercut, because Kazuya has to do not a frame perfect 4-4-2, but you gotta be pretty fucking fast. It's tight. So against him, I got away with a ton of demon uppercut, right? And then you also notice his patterns. Like when I do back 4 on block, he loves retaliating with an electric. So I would actually, while sending free 1+2, whiff punish electrics. Again, this is stuff I do specifically against Medusa. Medusa also loves blocking a lot, so he gave me a lot of neutral control. He mostly blocks, so I know in the neutral, he gives me so much breathing room to set up moves. So I can go for big commitment attacks, like forward 4, forward 3, that normally leave you a bit open because we have no evasion. And then against Blizzard, can't do demon uppercut, because he forward 4 punishes it with Jin every time. I can't use hell sweeps. I literally can't 50-50 him. With Medusa, I can use hell sweep, right? But Blizzard, he could read my 50-50 perfectly. So I just said in my head, I didn't say out loud because he was listening to my stream, but in my head I was like, you're not going to do a single low. And instead I noticed that he liked to press a lot and challenge my frames. So I would just use Heihachi's counter hit utility and get a ton of forward free. And again, a very aggressive player. So at round start, he really loved taking his turn. I noticed this because I like to start with up 4, try and score a counter hit like this. It's a very cheeky move, Heihachi up 4. But, so I noticed he likes to press at round start. So if you watch that set, I don't know how many times I do round start backdash, and I get his jab, his 2-1, his down forward 1 to whiff, and I electric whiff punish. Some of my best electrics I have during that set, like for sure. And so many times I just fall back, backdashing, and then super fast electric whiff punish. So yeah, that's why I hate when people say, watch top level Tekken players, and try to mimic what they do. And it's like, what's important when it comes to understanding this type of gameplay in a sophisticated game like Tekken, it's not how to do an electric, how to backdash, how to do a sequence of attacks. Like Boa, oh, he loves to do jab, jab, forward, 4, hell sweep. That's uninteresting. The interesting part is why. Why did he do that sequence? Was there a specific reason for it? You can bet your fucking ballsack there was a specific reason he went jab, jab, forward, 4, down, forward, 1 against this specific player. If you see him play against another player, another character, another playstyle, he's going to do something completely different. You think it's the same, play against a Steve, but it is playing against like a Marduk? Like, it's, you know, so, yeah, Tekken is very complicated. It has a lot of nuance and substance to it. And if you want to become a great player, the questions of why and when we do something are going to be monumentally more difficult to understand than how to do something. It's a bit like, I'm super into Dota 2 now. And, one of the core mechanics of that game is manipulating creeps. Yeah, sorry, I might post this to YouTube, so I hope this doesn't, you know what creeps are at least. But this is a good reference actually, because I'm an idiot in Dota. I love the game and I'm trying to get good at it. I just reached 1k MMR, but I get backseating on my stream all the time. And my teammates will go, pull the creeps back! Pull the creeps back! Do a creep pull! Do a creep pull! And I'm like, okay, okay, and then I eventually learn how to do a creep pull. Okay, I aggro the creeps and I take them to my incoming creeps on the lane, and I, you know, and I've done a creep pull. But I never understood why I do the creep pull and when. So it never clicked for me. I got how to do it, but it's like, why do I do this? So you do it at the most awful times, but then eventually it clicked on me that, oh wow, no, I do this because we don't want our heroes to be close to their tower. We want to be close to our tower. Which is our safety spot. We're much safer closer to our tower. So when our lane is pushing out too far, now you do a creep pull to pull it back. So then the theory, why and when, clicked with me. And I immediately, I think I gained a couple of 100 MMR in a few days. And it's like, you want to understand why and when you do something. Like, Heihachi's Demon Uppercut, it's on paper like OP. It's OP. And you can see me against Medusa, who is one of the best Kazuya players in Europe. I start throwing this out a ton. And someone might say, well, that's scrubby gameplay. Why would you do that with Heihachi considering it's -16? Yeah, but if this specific opponent is vulnerable to this attack, go for it. Go for it. But am I gonna spam Demon Uppercut against every player? Absolutely not. I might go against Blizzard, you know, I go forward 3 instead. Because this one is -3. Also a mid-launcher, right? It's just that what makes Demon Uppercut so good against Medusa is the fact that a few yards away, meters away, he likes to move a lot. So, boom, dead. Gets clipped by that. And the same with down back too. A lot of top level players, or some of them, they react to this, so you can't use it. But against people who don't react to it, is this a strong mix-up tool? Absolutely. And setting up this 50-50. Especially at the wall, this is deadly. You go boom, and then now you'll do this sweep, right? Or you do, I see it, so many Heihachis not use this. I use it all the time. You do wall standing too. Do you know how busted this shit is at the wall? Against what? Watch my set against Medusa. Like, boom, and here, he's afraid of a sweep. You go wall standing 2 and you wall splat. Wall standing 2? No, people need to know this stuff, Nee. And this wall standing 2, -6 on block.
Bonjour.
And also, crucially, has that built-in step left. In case your opponent presses. Does a jab. Boom, wall splatted. -6. Like, again, I don't see Heihachi players use this mix-up, but it's stupid strong. But so yeah, that was a good talk, I think. I might post that to the old YouTube. Let's see, where are we? 50.